Also make a point of looking at their nails. You know that as people age, movements like bending to cut your toenails can be difficult. And then also finding that time to cut nails of all the 10 fingers can be difficult. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Auntie Kate. As promised earlier, our content now is going to be juicier and more captivating. On today's episode, guys, we are going to look at yet another very interesting topic on simple ways of showing love to our aging parents. Welcome. As our parents age, life can feel a bit like a changing season. Perhaps their routines have shifted, or maybe their energy isn't quite what it used to be. But just like nature finds new ways to thrive in every season, our love for them remains constant. So guys, I now want to give you some 7 simple, practical, and effective ways of showing love to our aging parents. The first one is by giving them surprise calls or visits. You know guys, our parents know that we only call them or visit them when we have time. So I want us to change that. I want us to begin giving them surprise visits, surprise calls. For example, if it is calling, you can call them at night just before they go to sleep, or in the morning when they wake up, just to know if it is at night, how their day has been, and if it is during the day, how they have fared on. Such surprise calls make them know that you are in their mind and you are thinking about them. And I'm sure they'll start the day powered, knowing that somebody somewhere is thinking about them. If it is about visits, you don't need to visit them when there is a holiday or when you are free. Just visit them. If you can find time, visit them anytime you feel like, so that at least they know that somebody somewhere is thinking about them. The second way is by buying them things that they used to like when you are growing up. For example, there's a parent who used to like wine. There's another one who used to like flowers. And there's another one who used to like things like roast meat or cakes. But when they are bringing you up, maybe they could not afford. And maybe because of old age, they cannot go out and buy these things. So why not surprise them by buying them such things? At least they'll know that you're still thinking about them. And the idea here is to keep things simple and to show them at least you still remember some of the things they used to like when you're growing up. And maybe because of challenges then they could not afford, you'll see them glowing. The third way is by giving them all your attention when you visit them. Guys, we are visiting our parents, carrying all our gadgets, our phones, our laptops, and so on. Instead of doing this, why don't we carry the gadgets, but when you're with the parents, we set them aside and give our parents all the attention they need. Take time to listen to them, take time to catch up. When with your aging parents, check their wardrobes. Try to find out if the clothes that they have are still in good shape. Remember, we don't visit them often. So when you visit them, check. Find out if their clothes and their shoes are in good shape. And if you realize that they don't have anything decent, why don't you make a point of buying for them new clothes so that in case there'll be a need for them to be dressed up decently, people will not begin wondering where to find decent clothes for them from. Now, the fourth way is by checking on their grooming. If it is your father, for example, you can check on his hair and his beard. And if you realize that they're not in good condition, you can take them to a barber shop so that they can be shaved and they can be massaged. If it is your mother, you can take her to the salon so that also her hair can be done. And again, she also wouldn't mind some massage, okay? Also make a point of looking at their nails. You know that as people age, movements like bending to cut your toenails can be difficult. And then also finding that time to cut nails of all the 10 fingers can be difficult. So if you are near a town or in a town setup, you can make a point of taking them to a nail parlor so that their nails can be well done. And again, if you're at home, maybe you're in the village, you are far from such services, why don't you make a point of carrying a nail cutter and just clip their nails, cut their nails, both the fingernails and the toenails, and even just file them. It doesn't cost much. And when you go back, they'll be left saying that at least their child was there and at least you gave them some service that they've been finding difficult to do. As we age, we may get diseases that are related to old age because our immune systems are also slowing down. So our fifth way of showing love to our aging parents is to constantly monitor their health. For those who are already suffering from diseases that come about due to old age or lifestyle, now that they are not active enough, it is good to also monitor on how they are faring on the medications that they are taking, because you see that most of our parents, once they're given medicine, they follow the doctor's instructions very seriously. So in case their medicines are reacting against them, they don't say it. So when you visit them, please, and you find that they are still on their medication, check on how they're faring on. Check if their health is improving. Check if the medicine is working or not. And in case of anything, take time to take them to the doctor for another opinion or for a change in the medicine they are taking. Still connected to that is you can buy for them devices that help to monitor their health. For example, those who are suffering from diabetes, you can buy for them a kit that helps them to monitor their sugar levels. And those who are suffering from pressure, you can buy for them the kit that helps them to check their pressure regularly. And those who have a challenge of taking so many pills in a day, you can buy for them a pill kit. And in this pill kit, you can show them how to arrange the pills that they take in the morning and the one that they take in the evening. So that way, you are trying to ease the burden of having to do some of these things on their own, especially when you are away. This way again, they'll still see that at least you remember that they have these diseases that they're battling and you are concerned about them. The sixth way is buying for them things that make their lives bearable when you are away. For example, you can buy for them a small a portable Bluetooth radio, so that when they are basking out there, they can be entertaining themselves with some music, with some local programs. And you can also buy for them a nail cutter, because they would need to continue cutting their nails. Another thing you can buy is a hat, a sun hat for them, so that as they're taking their walks, they cover themselves. You can even buy a wig for your mom, so that when she's going for an occasion, she just wears that wig. And you can also buy for them walking sticks, so that it aids them when walking. Simple, but full of love. The seventh and the last way is by preparing for them the dishes they used to like when you were growing up. For example, there's a parent who used to like roast meat. There's another one who used to like whatever dish. The idea is to be thoughtful. Why don't you go and prepare for them those dishes? And as you're preparing those dishes, you can bring in some form of entertainment, whereby again, you try to entertain them by putting for them maybe music that they used to like when you're growing up, or even watching some TV or listening to some radio shows with them. For example, there are those who like listening to gospel music, and when they're listening to music, they're dancing. Why don't you dance with them? And The idea here is to keep it simple, to keep it memorable, and to ensure that by the time you are parting ways, they will live to remember that you visited them. And you do this, you'll see them glowing, and they will keep on calling you to go back. And this marks the end of our episode today. I hope you've learned something and you're going to put it into practice. Please, for this and more of such content, remember to subscribe, to share, and to leave comments so that you help the channel grow, and then we continue bringing for you more of such content. Thank you.